Hey, before this video begins, I want everybody to know that I am not a doctor, a psychologist, or a psychiatrist, and this is not meant to be a prescription-oriented video. I am simply sharing my plan to deal with post-trail depression and ideas that may or may not help you. I hope you enjoy the video. Good morning, welcome back to my channel. This is Andrew, otherwise known as Snowbeard. This morning I want to talk to you about my plan to prevent post-trail depression. I have 5 key points that I'd like to talk to you about, and I will say a little bit about each one, but we'll try to keep it short and simple so you don't lose interest. 1, the first thing I did before I got on the trail, before I'm getting on the trail in 30 days, is I went and I got myself a physical, a comprehensive physical. I had all my blood tests done. I had a comprehensive lab panel done to even test my testosterone levels. Found out that I was deficient in some vitamins, I was deficient in some other things, so I started a plan with my doctor to deal with those things. 2, I know that my diet on the trail is going to consist of a lot of things that I will not be able to continue to eat when I get home, because it's going to be simple sugar to get a lot of energy that I can use immediately while I'm on the trail. I'm not walking 10 miles, 12 miles, 15 miles, 20 miles a day when I get home every day. I know that, and I'm sure most of you know that. That will probably not be the same thing for you. So I understand that my diet has got to change as soon as I get home. And so I already have a plan on how to fix that. I've started fixing my diet before I went on the trail, making sure that I can be as healthy as possible and as light as possible. As of right now, I've lost about 15 pounds because I fixed my diet prior to the trail. While I'm on the trail, I know I'm going to be eating some of the things that got me the 15 pounds in the first place, but I'm going to make sure that when I get back, I don't continue eating those things. Your diet and your body's health have a direct correlation to how you are feeling emotionally. 3, I'm going to go back to my strength training program. I say strength training because I'm very specific about that. Weightlifting. Muscle is your friend. Women that are out here listening to me, understand, you will never look like a guy just because you are weightlifting. Unless you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, putting things in your body you're not supposed to be putting in, you are not going to end up looking like a man just because you weightlift. Progressive overload training will be effective, especially for us in our 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. A good, appropriate strength training program with a barbell that is progressive and continuously growing in weight. I'm not telling you to be a power lifter, just simply letting you know that weightlifting is your friend and it will help you physically and emotionally if you get back to it. And that's what I plan on doing when I get back home. I have a gym in my garage. I used to be a power lifter, and I plan on getting back into my strength training routine to regain some of the muscle I know I will have lost on the trail, simply because my body is going to have to adapt to all those mileages every day. And the first thing your body loves to do is remove extra weight, and muscle is the easiest weight to remove. 4, and if everybody in my age group or above, 40, 50, 60s, if you want to know about a good strength training program, there's this book called The Barbell Prescription. It's strength training for lifting after 40. I highly recommend it. It's a great book written by a doctor, and I really recommend you take a look at that book and you read it before you go on the trail, and then implement it after you get off the trail. And number 4, I'm going to be intentional. When I get home, I'm going to be intentional about setting up a routine just like I did while I was on the trail. We all know that if we don't have a routine on the trail, we're going to fail. We're not going to get to Katahdin if we don't have an everyday routine of, okay, I'm doing this amount of miles, I'm waking up at this time, I'm breaking down my equipment at this time, I'm eating at this time, and I'm moving forward. That's an intentional plan that you have. You have every hour of your day already thought out. Consider that as as your foundation for doing the same thing when you get home. Don't come back and just say, I can relax now, everything's gonna be fine, and I'm just gonna sit around and do whatever I want when I want. If you do that, you will find yourself quickly back in a depressive state, or into a depressive state, if you haven't had issues with that before, because your body has been used to doing so much and being so intentional about everything you do, and now you have no plan. It's easy to find yourself complacent and in a state of depression. So for me, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to make sure I'm intentional about everything that I do. And finally, I'm going to not just find my responsibility, but I'm going to remember my responsibility. My family is my responsibility. Taking care of my 2 boys, my daughter, and my wife, and helping around the house and making our house better so that when down the road, if we want to sell it, we're able to. Those are my responsibility. As a man, that's what I want to do. I want to take care of my family, help my family, and be a partner with my wife. So that's what I plan on doing. I'm going to find my responsibility. I'm going to re-engage my responsibility, and I'm going to continue being a father, being a husband, and doing everything I can to be the best provider I can. When I say fixing my house and doing things around my house that will make it look better, this fireplace that you see right here, I built. I take a lot of pride in this. That's why I'm sitting in front of it today. And henceforth, by the way, if you see me sitting in front of this fireplace, just consider this our fireside chats. If you have any thoughts or any ideas that you can add to my 5 prevention tips, please message me. Please let me know. And if you get the opportunity, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel. And hit that bell notification so that you know about any future videos that I put up. I want to end this by saying I put up a short just the other day, so saying I'm going to compare my ULA Camino, which is right over here that you see, fully stocked, with my ULA circuit. My ULA circuit, I sent back. Yes, I burnt a hole in it. Dumb me. That's how I ended up with this in the first place. But I sent it to ULA because they are awesome. They fix it. They fix it for a very inexpensive price, and they're going to send it back to me. I may end up using it this summer for a lighter pack when things get a little bit easier to carry. I'm not sure yet, but I want to do a comprehensive comparison of those 2 packs because if you don't know anything about ULA, you need to go and you need to do some research on it because this pack is perfect. It's a great pack, especially for those of us guys who have a little girth around our stomachs. I'm telling you right now, the way they design these things, the belts, everything, they have different size belts. They have belts all the way up to extra large, and they have different style shoulder pads for men and for women, and for men that have larger shoulders like myself. So please, be on the lookout for that video. And thank you. And by the way, this is my great cup of coffee I haven't got a chance to take a taste of. So here's to you and your adventure coming up. I have mine in 30 days. Thanks for watching.